How to set up authentication in FormKiQ. In order to use FormKiQ's powerful document management API, we will need an authorized token. FormKiQ supports 3 different authorization methods. Each authorization method has its own unique URL for the FormKiQ API. You can find these URLs in the CloudFormation Outputs tab for your FormKiQ deployment. The 3 methods are JWT, allowing authorization as a specific user; IAM, which allows authorization using an AWS IAM user or role; and API key, providing authorization using a unique key with specific permissions. Let's walk through how to authenticate using each method. First up is JWT, or we can also refer to it by its full name, JSON Web Token. The easiest way to get a JWT token is via the FormKiQ console. Once you log in, look for the orchestration section of the sidebar. Expand that and select API Explorer. Select any of the API requests. On the right side, you will see the authorization in the request window, and right after that is your JWT token. Adding this header to your request using the FormKiQ HTTP API will allow you to make those requests on behalf of this logged-in user. Since our FormKiQ console is open source, just like FormKiQ Core, you can use it as a practical example for how you can implement front-end authentication for the FormKiQ API. Now let's talk about IAM authorization. IAM authorization is often used by FormKiQ customers to build FormKiQ's API into their applications that are hosted within AWS. This authorization method enables AWS IAM users or roles to connect to the FormKiQ API. This authorization is not user-based, so the IAM authorization has full access to all of FormKiQ's APIs. In the AWS Management Console, we will access IAM. From here, we'll create a brand new user, and we will provide that user with access to call the FormKiQ API. We start by entering a username, and we click Next. We then click on the Attach Policies directly link. Search for the Amazon API Gateway Invoke Full Access policy. Select the policy and click Next. Then click Create User. Now that our user is created, we will create an access key that we can use to call the FormKiQ API. Select the Security Credentials tab and scroll down to Create Access Key. Select a use case and click Next. Click Create Access Key. This access key / secret access key can be used to call the FormKiQ API, just as you would with AWS CLI requests using Signature v4. The last authorization method we'll look at is API key. API key authorization allows the FormKiQ API to be accessed by other applications for interfaces, integrations, and migrations from sources outside of AWS. Let's log into the FormKiQ console again. Under Administration in the sidebar, select API keys. We'll click the Create New button. We'll give our API key a name and select the permissions we would like to assign to the key. In this case, we'll choose Read, Write, and Delete. We'll click the Create button, and now the API key will be generated. The key will only show once, so copy it and store it in a safe place. Ideally, not in a pull request. And that's the whole gang. By using these 3 authorization methods, you'll have the flexibility to integrate FormKiQ into any environment. Thanks for watching.